What's up, guys? Happy Sunday. My name is Chris, and this is the Model Reporter. I apologize for taking so long to upload my first episode, but as you might expect, it's been a little difficult trying to figure out how I want to do my reporting. So for now, I'm just going to do large news story of the day, try to give you guys most of the facts, and then we'll go from there. So today's episode is going to be on the Supreme Court hearings that are happening on Tuesday. They have to do with the Trump tax returns that have been going on since before he was elected. Let's just go straight into the facts. So the Supreme Court is set to hear on Tuesday arguments from President Trump and House Democrats backed by a New York district attorney regarding the release of the president's tax returns and financial records. Trump has resisted releasing his personal finance documents since before the 2016 elections, the only successive president following Nixon who has chosen to do so. These hearings come after two different cases brought against the president, the first being a series of subpoenas issued by multiple congressional committees to see records from Trump's accounts with Mazars, Deutsche and Capital One, ranging from 2011 to 2018. The second case was brought against Trump by the Manhattan District Prosecutor Cyrus Vance, a Democrat, who made similar demands against Mazars for the investigation of payments to Stormy Daniels. Trump has challenged both cases and has turned to the Supreme Court after losing the lower court decisions. The main argument for both cases has to do with the intrusive nature of the investigation of the president's personal record made by his lawyers and Justice Department, and his adversaries claiming that the president is attempting to put himself above the law. The first portion of oral arguments on Tuesday will be about the congressional subpoenas and put the legislative branch's investigative powers into question. More specifically, what will be evaluated in these hearings is the power of Congress to demand presidential documents outside of impeachment investigations. Lawyers for the House claim that the court has long recognized that Congress may investigate potential wrongdoing if the investigation relates to a valid legislative purpose. In rebuttal, Trump's team claims that the purposes of the investigation are not in pursuit of legislation, but law enforcement, a goal which Trump's legal team states is not within the responsibilities of Congress as set out by the Constitution. Prior to this, the Supreme Court seems to have attempted at avoiding the issue in April, asking both sides for a written response if whether the matter was political and not of legal nature. Both sides, in short, denied that it was a political matter. The second portion of arguments will be focused on the case brought up against the Manhattan prosecutor, meant to highlight the question if the president is immune from prosecution so long as he is within office. Quoting a legal article written by one of the now standing judges appointed by President Trump, Brett Kavanaugh, Trump's legal team uses the argument that at the end of the day, a president who is concerned about an ongoing criminal investigation is almost inevitably going to do a worse job as president. Now, I think these hearings will be very important because not only will they give more insight as to whether, is Congress, overstepping their powers as set up by the Constitution, and are they going too far in their investigation of Trump? Or it might open up Trump's tax records that we have been wanting to see for a while. And give us answers to some questions as to why he has been hiding it. Personally, I don't think there's anything that would incriminate him. We might find things that he wanted to hide, but it might not be enough for Congress to charge him. So, that's pretty much it. The rest of the story is going to be happening on Tuesday. If you guys hadn't known, the Supreme Court is going to be having live sessions, so you can listen on the oral arguments yourself. They've been doing them by phone since last week, and I think it's worth a listen. And these cases or these hearings are coming before a time very important, more specifically the elections. So there's more to see here. There's definitely a big thing coming after this. So thank you guys. End of my first episode. I know it's a little bit sloppy, but I'll get there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.